Nali Felamin, Siaibon, Ekpa, Itien, Gemma Montum, a Bolo Bologna body song, Bolo Daripat. Emo Kisi de la body boat away, my head do a pat. Amokus and Finem. Can all we born or when? And all we born and or when? When you born me, I can film me. Montum, Yaka Kuret, Yaka Jamie, Aka woka Biafra, you will read, that will talk with their part. That you will talk with the Rugan. Biafra, had a patre eating and gather. I'm what I can fin. Mako Ekpo, Nko Nam, Nko the Bonko Nem, you know, Biafra. Montumagoka, Aka woka Biafra, you will read. Other Jenaka and Sahadu Korea, other politicians, I will better than a 20. I will Biafra, you with them, Motakan film. Ibon Misaka Mimbo and Bonsisi, in 101, Ekong, Monopo, and I want to come no more. Hey, Patre. Biafra yadi kenyinga bong Jesus. Amen.
He said.
Thank you very much, Biafrans in Lagos Liazen. Officially from this today, you will be addressed as Lagos Liazen. I welcome all of you. And thank you for inviting me to Lagos. As a matter of fact, while you are in other part of Nigeria, see yourself as you are already in abroad. Because that is going to be the final reality. Lagos will be another country at the end of the day. And today, we will officially declare you a liaison office in Lagos. This particular meeting today is the first of its kind. And I know that many of you who are part of the government will not have anything to ask. But it is an opportunity for those in Lagos and beyond, in Nigeria diaspora, to have this opportunity to ask questions and, bring in their concern why they have not been part of the struggle and the liberation of Biafra. My fellow Biafrans, I welcome all of you today. I come with message of hope. This is the time to come together and make this freedom a reality. The admin of Lagos Liazen has just taken word out of my mouth, but I will go further to give some light in what he has said. When we come on board in the Biafra liberation, like I promised Mazen Amdekano, that if there is nothing on the table for Biafra to come, I would bring something to the table. And I will continue from this particular statement where the liaison officer stopped. I want you to understand that for the very first time, for those who are always asking you, what have the Biafra government done? What has Simon Ekpa done? At least, if they have not seen anything that we have done, I will explain a little bit of what we have done. When we started, there was a particular group that always have been asking, where is your roadmap? And that question was actually directed to Mazen Amdekano and the defunct IPOB. They say, where is your roadmap to freedom? And during that time, there has never been any answer to that question until now. And in case, if you have not seen that answer physically on ground, I will explain the answer, which is the roadmap to Biafra. One is that for the very first time in the history of Biafra freedom fighting, we use what we called multi-dimensional approach. No other Biafra group anywhere in the history have used it. And what is the multidimensional approach? The political approach, the diplomatic approach, and the armed struggle approach. Pay attention. Political approach, diplomatic approach, armed struggle approach. Now, every other group neither use any of these three. They are tempted to use maybe diplomatic approach, which failed, because you can't use diplomatic approach when there is no very strong resistance from the Biafra people against the Nigeria government. It's not going to work. So what do? We activated the entire 3 stages of freedom fighting. What is the diplomatic approach? Diplomatic approach is making sure we open, first of all, we have formed Biafra government in exile. It didn't end there. The Biafra government in exile now formed the Biafra de facto government. It did not also end there. The de facto government now has a complete government structure from state to county to district. We have defined our map of Biafra. In this map of Biafra, we have 40 states. And this 40 state is called the United States of Biafra. What is the system of government? Confederation. Confederation. This is a combination of the diplomatic and political approach. After we have done this, the Biafra government in exile has activated the diplomatic approach by opening the liaison offices all over the world, seeking recognition from countries. And we are not actually expecting any country to recognize us now. Because if you are very conversant with government in exile, you understand there are complications. But how well you are ready to fight will determine how it's going to end. Like you know, we are not the first country to have effective government in exile. It didn't end there. We have what we call the most effective government in exile that controls the territory in the homeland through the de facto government and the Biafra Defense Forces. I am explaining to you now the diplomatic and the political approach combined. Now, the diplomatic approach also gives birth to the Foreign Affairs Ministry of the Biafra Republic government in exile, which is responsible in approaching government all over the world. The same diplomatic approach gave birth to us hiring one of the best lobbyist firms in the United States today. And you don't go and hire lobby firm, as a group without something very tangible that the lobby firm will use to, advance your cause. It becomes a waste of time, resources, and money. So we needed to wait for the appropriate time to come for us to have lobby firm to be speaking while we are speaking to Nigeria. And so a lot of people were, oh, we don't see you have lobby firm. What are you doing? Nobody know. We were waiting because we have the template we are following, which Nigeria can never, ever defeat. So at the right time, we hired the lobbyist firm. And today, as we are speaking in the language Nigeria will understand, and sometimes they will never understand, our lobbyist firm will be speaking in the language that America will understand. That is part of the diplomatic approach. It didn't end there. The Biafra government activated what we called the Biafra self-referendum. Well, first of all, we had what we call the Biafra Convention in Finland in 2023. During that convention, before that convention, a lot of people were laughing at us. Oh, they are having convention. Simon Ekpa is gathering money. You pay. They even were trying to mock that you are even paying to go to Finland. And Biafra came, over 500 or so of Biafrans came to Finland for this convention. We started the process of adopting the Biafra Charter, a Helsinki Declaration. We went into alliance with, official alliance government to government with Amazonia. That alliance is being made reference to today by many international institutions as they begin to talk about the crisis in the region. We went into alliance with Amazonia called Helsinki, Biafra Amazonia Helsinki Declaration. It is there in the history. Now, the Biafra Helsinki Convention 2023, where a place, a lot of things were discussed, a lot of decisions were made. We voted, all the delegates that came to Finland voted on to adopt Biafra Charter. Biafra Charter become the foundation of what we see today. In the Biafra Charter, we defined the land right, defined how the government will treat landowners. All these issues, fundamental issues that are not in Nigeria Constitution, never discussed in Nigeria Constitution, that are bringing a lot of debt, were already discussed under the Biafra government in exile. We started solving this solution from the grassroots. I am still coming to what Simon Ekpa have done and Biafra government. We begin to look for a way to eliminate fraud in Biafra. What did we do? We unveiled the Biafra Security Administration, a department in Biafra Republic Government in exile and Biafra de facto government. This department is responsible for issuance of national identity card and national security number. And then, of course, they are also responsible for the collection of Biafra database. So what did we do? We designed one of the most secured national identity card as a government in exile, because our vision is to eliminate everything that Nigeria has done and impacted negatively on ourselves as in our identity. Because today, if you go anywhere presenting any Nigeria ID card or passport, you are seen as a criminal. We decided to develop a system that will eliminate that. We went into research. We went into conferences to look for a solution to this particular problem. We went to many conferences within Europe, within Scandinavia. And finally, we found a solution to it. And today, we have what we call the Biafra Security Administration that is responsible for issuance of Biafra National Identity Card, well secured with facial recognition. That is part of the political solution or the political approach, making sure that we met the international requirement for a statehood. Under the Montevideo Convention, a lot of you don't know this, we have met that requirement through different multi-dimensional approach that we have applied in the course of our freedom. It didn't end there. We continued and we unveiled the Biafra self-referendum, which was a continuation and a product of the Helsinki Convention of 2023. If you watch some of the video clip while we visited the office of Biafra Lazen in Finland, the opening, when we were in Finland, I made a speech from that office where I said, the next year, we are going to enter the Biafra self-referendum. And that next year is 2024. We started the Biafra self-referendum voting online. We went the first phase. The second phase, we changed, making sure that because of the difficulties our people are going through with the network and all that, we changed to also adopt a physical voting. And today, we have recorded over 49 million votes. But when we started, they laughed at us. I am telling you what Simon Ekpa have done. I may not tell you all, but I'm telling you the most crucial ones. You people will now use your hand, and because everything we do is on social media, we're not hiding, because it's a freedom fighting for a nation. You don't hide anything. Everything you do needs to be in the public for international community to judge by themselves. And as I'm talking to you today, on the Biafra self-referendum, we recorded 30 million votes that have called the attention of international community. As reported by the ORB. Sonny, please, as I am talking, can you share the ORB on the screen, please? I'm going to forward it to you. Go to the media platform, it is there. Share it on the screen. The Biafra self-referendum today has attracted the attention of international community, including the attention of the researchers from reputable institutions. One of them is in the United Kingdom. And they researched on our self-referendum. And this is what they have to say. Keep an eye on Biafra self-referendum. But when we started, they tell you who is the observer. Do you have international observer? Do you have UN coming to back you? Do you have this and do you have that? It didn't end there. Share it on the screen. I want every one of you to go and read this. It is called ORB International. A very powerful institution in the United Kingdom. And the person who wrote this is called by Bridget Dubus, a senior research analyst. And Sonny, I want you to take that thing up, go up. There is a line I would want to read from, go to the Biafra, go, continue going down, go. And now stop here, please. No, stop on the Biafra independence. Go up, go up. Yes, here. Thank you. If you look at this, you see, why do Biafra want independence? I want everybody to go. I don't have the time to read everything here. I'm just telling you one of the most important achievements of Biafra government. According to Ekpa, the Biafra self-referendum is justified, given the marginalization faced by many Biafrans living in the southeastern region of Nigeria and ineffectiveness of the national government in solving these issues. These are facts. This sentiment, this is the most important line in this whole thing. This sentiment is backed. My sentiment, the Biafra government sentiment, the Biafra Republic government in Exile sentiment, the Biafra de facto government sentiment, of which you in Lagos are part of. This report says this sentiment is backed by their ORB International most recent publication or public opinion polling in Nigeria. Are you listening to that? They have went to Nigeria on their own to make public opinion polling even before the Biafra self-referendum issue come on board. Now, they went further to say that this their finding in Nigeria is backed by my opinion on Biafra self-referendum. So which means it is the right thing to do, that the people are tired. Listen again. Let me continue. They said this sentiment is backed by ORB International most recent public opinion polling in Nigeria. Nigerians in the southeast and the south-south region. And you see now that Biafra has been recognized to be south-south and southeast. In case of those who are still beating around the bush and jumping up and down. They said Nigerians in the southeast and south-south region are most likely to perceive the national government as ineffective compared to other regions. The southeast and south-south region, where the location of the historic homeland of the Igbo people who form the core of the secessionist Republic of Biafra, and a high concentration of Biafrans continue to live in these regions. Despite Igbos being the third largest ethnic group in Nigeria, there has yet to be an Igbo president since the end of war in 1970, leading to the feeling of marginalization among the Igbo people. Now, beyond ethnic marginalization, Biafra Republic government in exile has cited increased threat of security as a justification for self-referendum. The ORB, are you listening? What we are citing as a justification for self-referendum include insecurity. ORB data found that respondents in the southeast region are the most likely to feel unsafe in their communities compared to all respondents, while insecurity issues like kidnapping, killing, and the destruction of property have plagued the southeastern region of Nigeria for years. The level of violence caused by militants and terrorists continue to increase. The national government has been unable to curb the increasing violence in the region. This increasing threat of violence, coupled with the ethnic marginalization of the Igbo people living in this region, could be a current trigger for the Biafra want to succeed from Nigeria. So they go up a little bit. Go up. Go up. This is them conducting field work in Nigeria. Now, they went further to say response of the national government. Why the Nigerian national government has not commented on the Biafra self-referendum? Are you listening? This is a research from the United Kingdom. Why the Nigerian national government are yet to respond on Biafra self-referendum? In January 2024, Abuja reaffirmed its opposition to any separatist activities while citing the One China policy. The policy referred to China's position that there is only one Chinese government, wherein Taiwan is province in China of China rather than a separate country and government. Although the government of Nigeria did not link its position to Taiwan or Taiwanese separatist movement with the Biafra self-referendum. Now, I want you to understand how the justification of the Biafra self-referendum is coming to place. By an international institution, well respected, several Nigerian social media users discussed the link between the two separatist movements. Based on this, it is unlikely the Nigerian government will support the result of the self-referendum and subsequent restoration of independent state of Biafra. Are you listening? When they ask you, what have Simon Ekpa done? This is the level we have done that no other group since after the war has attended or even attempted to attain. It is unclear whether Nigeria government response to the result of the self-referendum will be through political statement or escalate to military confrontation. Now, this is where the Biafra is going to come. After this self-referendum, we have only two options. Only two. One, whether Nigeria will accept it through a political statement or escalate to a military confrontation. We're already in a military confrontation. The only thing we're going to do is to increase it. So there is two options here. Either you accept this Biafra self-referendum or we continue to give them woto after 2nd of December. Because after 2nd of December, we have the legitimate right to uproot from our land. I am telling you, the only problem we are going to have, by the special grace of God, it will not be a problem, is finance. Finance. To buy more equipment to engage Nigeria to make sure we uproot them. Not just, eviction is an understatement, uproot from taproot. That is what is happening here. Therefore, In conclusion, it will be important to keep an eye on Biafra over the coming months. I beg, Sonny, use your mouse to highlight. No. Use your mouse to highlight that therefore. Please make it, highlight it. Click on it and highlight it. It's not working? Okay, maybe it is protected. Therefore, it will be important to keep an eye on Biafra over the coming months. You know why they are, you can remove it please and put them on the screen. You know why they are telling you now, this article is not for you. It's not for you Biafran people to read. These are for international observers. These are for political leaders. These are for decision makers. These are for policy makers. These are for government officials to read, because these are people that design the policy through research and their work. So nobody that has interest in anything United Kingdom and Africa that have not come across this article. And it is telling them to keep an eye on Biafra over the coming months. Now, this keep an eye over the Biafra coming months. What are they looking for? What is keeping an eye? One is that we are going to announce our result of self-referendum in Finland. The eye on Biafra in the coming months will be Biafra Convention in Finland, declaration of the restoration of independence state of Biafra in the coming month. Keep an eye. That is what Simon Ekpa and Biafra government have done. Keep eye. They are telling the policymakers, they are telling America, they are telling United Kingdom, keep an eye on the Biafra in the coming month. It has never happened before. If it has happened, let me know. So when they ask you what Simon Ekpa have done, please, I am just telling you few of the ones that are most important. We are still on the diplomatic and political approach combined. In the process of this, I wouldn't need to tell you, last year during the convention in Finland, we unveiled the Biafra Defense Force called the Biafra Liberation Army and Biafra Resistance Fighters and the Biafra Air Force. We don't have plane yet, but we have Air Force. We also have Biafra Navy. We don't have warship yet, but we have our Navy. And at least they are using flying boat. And they are giving it to Cameroon, Woto. Now, the foundation of the Biafra Defense Forces have been laid. All we need is money to get the equipment that we needed to make sure that Nigeria will be brought down to its knee at the end of the day. It didn't end there. Our coming of the Biafra Liberation Army is what we called the armed struggle approach, making sure that our women and children will not be killed again, and nobody will talk, nobody will, be happy over it, because they have been before Simon Ekpa came on board. But today, the people who are asking you what Simon Ekpa have done were the one who were actually the victim of Nigeria in the name of fighting for Biafra freedom. And when their colleagues, their friends, whom they eat together, sleep together, do everything together, were massacred and killed, their life moved on. Today, they have forgotten all of them. Those who died in Nkpo have been forgotten. Those who died even in the house of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been forgotten. Life goes on. Nigeria is now, the Nigeria security criminals and killed their colleagues are now those that they are defending. Simon Ekpa have made sure that Biafra would defend itself. These people are now defending the people that killed their friends, their colleagues, even inside Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house. They have now become sent, exonerated them just because they don't want Biafra to come, because their intention was never for Biafra. What they were being used for is political pressure group. Many of them who were genuinely in IPOB are today coordinators, admins in Lagos. Because if you are really for pressure group, you will not be joining Simon Ekpa New Dimension as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instructed. But because you are genuinely fighting for Biafra under them, that was the reason you decided to move on. But those who actually are not for Biafra will never join you. And we are not actually here for them. But this record that I'm setting straight today is something that is in the point. I am not making it up, because they will come and ask you, oh, what has Simon Ekpa done? What is it that I have done? He's destroying Ali Igbo. He's bringing insecurity. Ask them. When they were killing them in Mazen Amdekano house, was it Simon Ekpa? Was Simon Ekpa there? Who brought the insecurity then? When they were carrying them in Umpo, in Onitsha, in Enugu, in Ebonyi State, was Simon Ekpa there? Who was the one bringing insecurity? Nobody brings insecurity. The only thing that is bringing insecurity to Biafra land is for you, because you are a child of light. It is not Simon Ekpa. It is not Mazen Amdekano. It is not nobody. It is just because you are a child of light and they are doing everything to off and quench this light. That's all. It is not me. Because I've been killing you before I come on board to say no. If they come, we'll come back, kill them first before they kill you. And that's what is going on. And you follow them. In case for those who have been deceived, you follow these criminals to be shouting Simon Ekpa is bringing insecurity. You are an idiot. And I hope God will deliver you one day. So you see what you have done to yourself. It is not me. They are not after me. They are after the light that is shining on you. The reason you survive with $20 or 20 pounds, that light that made you to survive with 20 pounds is what they are fighting against. It is not me. You are in Lagos today and you are yet to support Biafra. You will be good and nobody will talk about you if we did not step up. They have killed many of you in Lagos. They have destroyed your businesses in Lagos. Did anything happen? No. Now that we come on board, because they know we have that thing they have. We have that thing that we never had before, and only them have it. What is it? Gone. Not just gone. Bravery. Not just bravery. Fearless. Not just fearless. We give them violent to violent, peace to peace. That is what Biafra never had, but we have it now. Biafra never knew that we defend themselves till now. And the secret has been made open. That is what we have, they don't have. So, my people, when they tell you Simon Ekpa is working for Nigeria government, I want you to ask them, all these things I'm listening now, how does that make me a government agent? Do you see a government that sponsors somebody to destroy the same government? Even if Fulani government can never do that. So tell me, how does my activity show that it is against Biafra? Already when the Biafra is going to be declared on 2nd of December, you know, before we told them that Biafra, I know the date Biafra will come. They didn't believe it. This was 2022. Because they don't know what is happening. What you don't know is bigger than you. I told them 2022 that I know the date Biafra will come. And that was when the attack was heavy. They come, oh, even Mazen Amdekano never said anything like this. Even Mazen Amdekano don't know when Biafra will come. Even this, oh, why would he say Biafra? You know where Biafra will? Today, I have announced it. All of them has gone mute. Because this 2nd of December have come and it is going to happen that day. Here in Finland, the Biafra government will declare the restoration of independent state of Biafra and the defense of Biafra will begin. Like the report of the ORB said, either Nigeria will issue a political statement on our self-referendum in accepting it, or it will escalate to military confrontation. And the military confrontation, we are already in the military confrontation. Right? We are already in the military confrontation. Air raid is happening. Jet fighter are bombarding our army are defending our land, repelling them from the air, from the ground, from the sea in Bakassi. So my people, what are you waiting for? Those of you in Lagos, opportunity is here. Our doors are open. We are fighting for a nation. Come in and let's unite and defeat this monster. Today, why Nigeria are killing Nigerians who believe in Nigeria, protesting their kingdom, it is only Biafrans that have not fallen victim. For the wisdom of the government of Biafra, that the only thing we know is to protect the life of our people, we go to any extent to do that. And today, the political criminals are speaking. They like good things. But inside themselves, they know it is possible only by the Biafra government. Nobody listened to them. If we have called for protest, Ali Igbo will be burned. I am telling you, everywhere will be burned. But we said, we know Nigeria is not our concern. And because of this, the next 1 month, the 1 month lockdown of the government institution is going to be immediately as they are finishing this protest. Because we don't want, a lot of people are saying, oh, now the securities are there. They are overwhelmed. Let us come out and do our lockdown. No. We are not scared of security overwhelming. We have defeated them. You don't know the war that is going on in Biafra land. Only us know. You know how many thousands that has fallen? You know how many people that have brought to Imo, only Imo State. You know how many thousands of people that have fallen in Imo State alone for the past 2 years. So our next lockdown of Nigeria institution in Biafra land will happen after their protest, because we don't want our focus to be on the protest. So when we start, focus will be on Biafra. When we start, everything in Nigeria will be on Biafra. Focus will be on Biafra. Let them bring all the military from Kaduna, from Zamfara to Biafra land. The focus will be in Biafra. That's what we want. And we are not yet in November. We are not even yet in October. We will make Nigeria so restless that before November, believe me, if you see anybody wearing Nigeria army uniform, they will be peeing in their pants in Biafra land. In Lagos. Share this news, spread it. The glory of Biafra is back. And this time around, we have come to finish it. Be part of this history. All of you, the business people in Lagos, I am telling you, nobody will kill you again without consequences. And we are not going to announce our consequences in the public. Thank you and welcome. And thank you for inviting me to Lagos. I will be ready to meet Biafrans in the north because we have Northern Liaison. Please, Northern Liaison, be getting ready for my visit. Thank you.